Hello, my name is Kenda Scheele. I am the Associate Vice President for Student Life and Senior Associate Dean of Students. And I'm here today to talk to you about some diversity and non-discrimination in the classroom as it relates to some of the offices that are in the Division of Student Life. I'm going to talk about several offices, and if there are any questions afterward, by all means, feel free to call me or email me. My phone number is 207-581-1406. My email is Kenda, that's Kenda, .Scheele, Scheele, @maine.edu. The first thing I wanted to mention to you is our Title IX student services. We are all still mandated reporters for anything related to Title IX. It is something we must follow up on, and although the new federal guidance in terms of regulations went into effect August 14th, that it doesn't change our reporting responsibility for our students and for each other. So to report, you can call Student Life. We have two Deputy Title IX coordinators, myself as well as Corey Davis. We can both be reached during the office hours, Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30 at 581-1406. If it's an emergency and someone needs immediate care or assistance, call the University of Maine Police. That phone number is 581-4040, 207-581-4040, and ask to talk to the Dean of Students on-call dean. And they will reach out to either Corey or myself, and we can talk to the student, we can talk to you about what the next steps might be. There's also an online opportunity to report on the Title IX Student Services website, so that also is an option. Title IX Student Services deals with student-on-student sexual harassment, which is the umbrella term that is used by the federal government these days, as well as other issues, Title IX issues that are involving students. So if a student is being harassed by a non-student or an employee, we still support the student and connect them either with community services or the Office for Equal Opportunity, which is on campus, or other resources that allows them to pursue the outcomes and the support that they might need. So please contact Title IX Student Services if you have a question or if you need to report a situation involving you or a student. As TAs, you might become aware of situations either through work that a student submits in terms of writing, through blogs or other types of posts that are part of the class, or simply in a conversation with a student or an email exchange with a student. And even if you are pretty sure that a student has reported this either themselves or someone else in the university has reported it, please report it again, just to be sure that the student is receiving the support that they might need. Again, if there's any questions, please call us at the office or email me. Another topic I wanted to make sure that I mentioned is our Student Behavior Review Team. Our Student Behavior Review Team helps students who need help mostly because of behavioral issues or mental health issues or substance abuse issues. They are students who pop up on your radar either because of their behavior in class, their behavior outside of class, things that they say to you that aren't necessarily Title IX related. The Student Behavior Review Team, by reporting a student there, you are not getting a student in trouble. Rather, you are connecting them to resources, because our goal is not to put a student out. Our goal is to give students the type of support that they need that will enable them to stay in school and stay in classes. Do students sometimes end up going home? Yes, but that is a rarity. More often than not, we are able to put the right scaffolding and supports around a student that enables them to stay at the University of Maine. So please look at the Student Life website. It'll give you some ideas about what kinds of behaviors that might trigger a call or a report to the Student Behavior Review Team, which is headed by our Associate Dean of Students, Andrea Gifford. The website is umaine.edu/studentlife, one word, /SBRT. and you'll find out a lot of information about who's on the student behavior review team. It's a mixture of student life folks as well as academic folks, and also how to report a situation, as well as things to look for as a student teacher, as a TA, as someone who is involved with students. What kinds of behaviors or things to look for? This could be suicidal or homicidal ideation or behaviors or statements. It could be a student who was well groomed and participating in class, but after a couple of weeks or months, you see a decline in the student's hygiene, in their behavior, in their need for accommodations in terms of additional test time that don't go through the Office of Student Accessibility Services. So those are some of the things that might trigger a thought that maybe a student should be referred. You can refer a student, you can seek consultation, and we can work with you about how to outreach or manage the student, or we can connect you with other resources that could help you. So again, the Student Behavior Review Team, Andrea Gifford, the phone number is 207-581-1406, and the website is umaine.edu/studentlife/SBRT, and there's a way to also report online. One other thing, a couple other things I wanted to mention. We also are very much involved in hazing prevention. There's a hazing prevention website, part of the Student Life website. We have a hazing policy, and there is a way for you to, again, report hazing on the hazing prevention website. Lori Sidalco, Assistant Dean of Students, manages that area for us, and you can reach her at 207-581-1406, or again, look on the Student Life website for hazing prevention. We also have a bias response team. I know Anila is also presenting to your group, but Anila and I are the co-chairs of the bias response team. The bias response team does not manage particular issues of bias incidents on campus. What we do is we address the fallout of such incidents. The police or the student conduct process or the Equal Opportunity Office will actually manage the direct folks who might be involved in such an incident. But depending on the impact on our community, this bias response team manages that impact or fallout on the University of Maine community. Because often students, employees, visitors to campus have First Amendment rights, which allows them to say quite a lot of things that we might find offensive, or that are not in compliance or do not jibe with the University of Maine's values and ethics. The university then will respond to make it clear to its community what its values and ethics are and why an incident might be in violation of that, although not against the Student Conduct Code or against the law. These are the types of issues that the bias response team deals with. And so please feel free to report incidences. The email address for the bias response team is umaine.edu/biasreporting. And there's the mission statement for the bias response team, as well as the opportunity to report incidents. I wanted to also point out a number of policies that impact students that have impact on diversity and non-discrimination. They are found in the student handbook, which is on the Student Life website. I mentioned earlier the First Amendment policy. That's on page 42. That was just revised last year. There's the non-sexist language policy on page 53, the banner and flag policy on page 38. And I would encourage you to take a look at the, again, the student handbook. It's got a good deal of good information in there. I also wanted to mention a couple of committees. Again, Anila might go into these in more detail, but there's a Sexual Assault and Violence Prevention Committee on campus. They meet regularly. If you have an interest in participating in that committee, please let Corey Davis know, or TJ England. TJ works as part of our Title IX Student Services Office. And his primary role is prevention and education. And he is the co-chair of that group. And so they are very active on campus. There's also an LGBTQ and Allies Council that I'm sure Anila will talk to you more about, but I wanted to mention that as well. And finally, I wanted to mention to you about voting. This is an election year, a national election year, and there is an optional statement which you can put on your syllabus regarding voting and voter education. We have a program in student life called UMaine, You Vote. It's a nonpartisan effort to register students to vote, to encourage them to exercise their civic responsibilities and opportunities. And it's also an opportunity for voter education about the issues, about the candidates. And so Jenny Desmond in our Office for Student Involvement, Center for Student Involvement, excuse me, heads up our UMaine, You Vote, and has a statement that if you would like to, you can include on your website. We are planning to have voting on campus this year. In the past, it has been held in the field house. Students who live on campus can register to vote in Maine. Students who live off campus who might not be from Maine can also register to vote, depending on various details. Again, Jenny has a lot of information available, and we also have, like I said, that website that will provide additional information. I hope this information has been helpful to you and I've not overwhelmed you with a lot of details or a lot of information. Know that we're here to support you. You have a difficult job, especially now with the situation with our pandemic. But please know that we're here to help you. We're here to support you in any way we can. And if there's anything that we can provide to you in the Division of Student Life, please reach out to us. Our main office phone number is 207-581-1406. Take good care and good luck this semester.